Oh, yeah. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the KillJoy Jake YouTube channel. It's time to talk horror, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a little bit into it. How we doing? All right, I'm already seeing some comments about the AI stuff with Late Night with the Devil, so let's talk a little bit about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, in the week, I called for a boycott on a new movie called Late Night with the Devil. They used AI images, which I thought was kind of crap when I first heard the update, but here's the thing. It's an indie movie. It's a movie that's not going to get a lot of support in the first place. Secondly, it uses an AI image, like 3 AI images, I guess, very sparingly within the film. It's so sparingly to the point where I kind of don't care, and so many other real people worked very hard on it. I even had some VFX artists and graphic designers who work on real movies reach out to me and say, hey, dude, come on, don't call for a boycott. We know people that worked on this. They worked very hard on this movie. The creators are very cool as well. So apologies for that. I'll be making a big video about it tomorrow, kind of covering the whole situation, the controversy, why I've kind of flipped the script here, because it's not that big of a deal. There are things to be upset about, though. If you are someone who's very against AI like I am, they are currently shopping things around with big studios that the rap, I believe The Guardian also reported on recently. That I'm going to be talking about in a big video tomorrow, so look out for that. That's a big problem. That sucks. It's the big studios we got to look out for. Boycotting an indie film is not going to stop AI, unfortunately. That doesn't make any sense. That's just going to tell big studios, hey, they don't like indie films anymore, so let's start making more AI movies. That's what they want. No, that sucks. I'm going to talk more about it in a big video tomorrow, not so off the cuff like how I am right now. But let's just get into it. Let's get that out of the way. And now let's talk a little bit about horror, ladies and gentlemen. So, Carlitos is here. What's up, dog? First, damn, you deserve a gold medal, my friend. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Dawson's got the big old fish. Howdy, hey. What's up, dog? Is that from Dawson's Creek? I made that joke before. Villain Killin' Dylan, welcome. Hi ho. Ho, holy shits. Welcome in, dude. I just realized I had that on the wrong monitor, and now I'm looking this way, so you're seeing the other side of my face. This is my good side, ladies and gentlemen. All right, sorry. Getting back to it. Nat Dog is saying hello. Welcome in, dude. Appreciate you for being here. Sorry I'm cursed. Hey. Sorry you're cursed too, bro. Thanks for being a member, though. Thank you and Dylan for being members. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for the support. Julian Perez is saying, anyone else hyped for A Violent Nature? I am so hyped in A Violent Nature, sorry. This is basically a Friday the 13th film from the perspective of the killer. I'm very excited for it. The trailer is super promising, super brutal. Maybe another brutal movie to add to the repertoire because, man, Late Night with the Devil and Immaculate, whoa. You guys have no idea. Like, if you were like, I don't know about seeing either of those, see them. They're both so good. They both are so, like, ladies and gentlemen, I've been complaining about horror movies all year. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? 2024? Everything that's been coming out, not so great. These movies are both damn near 10 out of 10s. Like, holy shit, go see them in theaters right now. I don't even care. Leave the stream. Go see the movies. They're that good. They're that good, dudes. Hoffman Edits is saying Saw franchise or Alien. Oh, this is going to be a hot take, but I'm going Saw all day. The Alien franchise, I don't know. Like, if we're talking comparing franchises here, Alien's got more duds than Saw, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm not crazy about most of the Alien films. There's 2 of them that I fucking love and are damn near perfect movies. But I don't know. I'll take the Saw franchise over that one personally. Alien 3 and onwards, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. The AVP movies, lots of fun, but I don't know if I'd call them like damn near perfect movies, you know? But Saw, oh, what a killer franchise. I love it. Paul Fitzhenry, thanks for being a member. Appreciate you. Hi. Welcome in. Thanks for being here, Paula. Catbread is saying, even after 36 years, Michael Keaton still got that Beetlejuice energy. You might be able to say that he's still got the juice. Gotta give him respect for that. Hell yeah, dog. I'm very, very excited for Beetlejuice, which is the title. And they should make another one, right? Beetlejuice. Well, I won't say it again, but you know what the title's gonna be. If I say it again, dude's gonna fuck up my stream. He's gonna pop up behind me or something. It's gonna be bad. RJ Skarenki's with us tonight, saying so much Scream 7 news, so excited to talk. I wish there was some Scream 7 news, man. We haven't gotten too much since the Nev Campbell announcement. Whole lot of rumors and theories and people posting on Twitter. I don't know, not much else is confirmed though. RJ, regardless, thanks for being here, my friend. We'll talk a little bit about theories. So pitch your theory out there. If you got something you want to talk about with Scream 7, throw it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Marley Kai 2000 is saying hi, everybody. Hello. Same to you, Bill Cipher fan. Hello. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Ryan Swayze saying, hey, everyone. What's up, Ryan? Welcome in, dude. Same to you, Chaz. Hello, fellow ghost faces. That is I. Welcome in, dude. Mr. Horror saying, hype. Hell yeah, dog. There's always hype. Always hype around here. Ghostface95 is saying, I know you've probably been asked this a million times before, but where would you want to see Scream 7 take place and why? I personally think a cabin in the snow would be cool. And I'm totally down for that as well. Got to take a big sip of my drink before this one. I'm down for that. I think we need characters though. Like, you can't just say we're going to be at Sydney's safe house because what's going to happen there? It's just going to be your family and then Ghostface is going to be running around. That's just a home invasion movie. And I love those. Those are great, but they're not Scream films. So, like, if we're going to do Cabin in the Woods, Cabin in the Snow, you know, you're snowed in. We got to have all of our characters there for some reason. We got to come up with that first. You know, I don't know what that is. That's tough. That's the tough part of all of this. Who does Sidney Prescott trust enough to take to a cabin in the woods with her? And then also one of them turns out to be Ghostface. There's a lot you got to do there, writing-wise. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm just saying you got to set that up real careful, or some fans, you know, might look back at those last 6 movies and be like, why the fuck would that happen here in 7? That don't make any sense. So it's a tough thing to write. Not impossible. Not impossible at all. But tough is what I will say. I don't want to see Woodsboro again. I don't. Too many movies take place in Woodsboro. That's boring at this point. I want to see something fun, something special, something different. Where is Sidney Prescott living now? You know, that's where I want it to take place personally. Just not Woodsboro, California. Dear God, we've seen that enough. We've seen enough of Woodsboro. Garrett Peck is with us tonight. Greetings, cult members. Thanks for being here, man. And thanks for being part of the cult. Sipping up on the Kool-Aid, dog. Love it. Aiden V is with us as well, saying if you had to pick one of the big 3 to be Ghostface, who would it be? One of the big 3? Probably Courtney Cox. Like, just off the top of my head, I think she's the only one who could even remotely be a Ghostface killer, right? I mean, she's a little selfish. I could see like early Gale being our Ghostface killer, you know, if you want to spin it that way. You'd have to kind of rewrite the whole story. But I could vibe with it, honestly. She is killing people to create more books and sell more books, ultimately. It's a greed thing. I would vibe with that. I actually still think they could do something similar to that, just not with Gale. Have a different character who's a reporter that's going up against Gale, you know, trying to like writing new Ghostface books or whatever. And then she's a killer herself. Like, that would be so fun. I pitched that idea for Samara Weaving in Scream 6 before we had seen that film. I was like, oh, that would be such a cool Ghostface motive. And who better to play it than Samara Weaving, being this young, new, sassy reporter who's going up against Gale Weathers, being like, I'm taking your spot, Gale Weathers. I'm the new Gale, you know? And then she ends up being the killer. That could be fun. That could be fun. Different motive for this franchise. That's the big thing. It's a big thing, Aiden. Don't give me a Prescott family member coming out of the woodworks. I don't want no secret brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, all that bullshit. No way. No way, baby. I ain't gonna take it in Scream 7. I'll lose my mind. My head will explode. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. How can we do that? How can we do that again? We've done it too many times before. It's not surprising anymore. It's not fun. Denisha Lane, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a moderator. That word is slipping me, but thanks for being here. Imminent Sky saying that was a quick turnaround, Jake. Well, you know, you got to admit when you're wrong sometimes, my friend. You're not always right, especially when you jump the gun like I did. So shit happens. Infinite Sky, thanks for being a member, though. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Mr. Rick, same to you, my friend. Thanks for being a member, dude. You feel like shit. That's no good. Glad this is on. Let's have some fun. Well, hopefully this sweaty guy screaming at you for the next like hour and a half will make you feel a little better. Hopefully a little less like shit. And Mr. Rick, as always, loving the red right-hand profile picture, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for repping it. Appreciate you, man. TJ Sanders, same thing. You've been very ill. That's no good, TJ. It's all good. It's all good you haven't been on, man. I just appreciate you being here now. I hope you feel better. You and Mr. Rick, y'all get better, dog. It's not good. Make some chicken noodle soup. Whatever you got to do, man. Just feel better, dog. It's no good. Marley Kai is saying, I've heard about the AI images in the movie, but just a question, how is it AI? So they, apparently they used AI to generate images for like these short little cutaways, cutaway gags in the film. I'm not spoiling anything, trust me. It is used so sparingly. And my thing about it, right, is I'm very against AI. AI art is quite literally theft. But this is such a small, minimal use of it. And this movie was made before this was a controversy, before we were striking about it, before anything that happened this year happened, before all the open AI stuff that just got announced a couple days ago was being shopped around to Hollywood studios. That's my thing about it, man. And it's so little. It's not like the whole movie. It's not like the whole graphics department of this movie was done with AI. So I don't know. To me, that's why I'm not so bugged by it. A lot of real people busted their ass on this flick, and that's why we should support it. It's not going to send the right message to Hollywood either. Oh, you're gonna boycott an indie movie. Studios are gonna see that as, oh, they don't want indie movies anymore. And that's not the message we want to send. I want more indie movies. I want less of the BS Marvel movies that are just cookie cutter, same old, that are probably written by AI. Mind you, I said probably. No defamation charge for old Jake today. Probably. So that's the problem. It's the big studios, man. It's not little indie productions like this. That's not who we should be pointing the finger at. Gunner is saying Scream 7 Jill returns, maybe. Or maybe not, hot take. Or maybe not. I don't know. I mean, hey, crazy thoughts there, Gunner. Welcome to the stream. I'm just messing with you, man. Unpaid movie critic. Oh, man, I feel that. Saying, hey, Jake, how's it going, man? Welcome in. Appreciate you for being here. Ryan, I have not seen Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. It is the movie that I still have yet to see, but what I will say is I think I've seen the best movies that came out this weekend already. Immaculate and Late Night with the Devil, holy shit, have turned the script around in terms of 2024 horror. For 2 months now, I've been saying, wow, 2024 is off to a bad start. Not anymore, baby. In the last weekend, I've watched a movie that I would consider in the top 10 horror movies of the decade. I'm not even, it's Immaculate. I can't keep it a secret any longer. Immaculate is an 11 out of 10 movie. It is a near perfect horror film in my opinion. If you have not seen it yet, dear God, watch it. Dear God, if you watch nothing else this weekend, fuck, that was so good. I loved it. Sorry, I'm Cursed is saying we're gonna give Late Night with the Devil a watch for sure. Been waiting for a while, so I'm amped. It's great, dude. It's a really fun movie. I'll have a video out on it tomorrow, hopefully. And I just got word, ladies and gentlemen, that I will have my Winnie the Pooh 2 review out early tomorrow morning as well. Shout out to Scott Chambers, producer from Jagged Edge Productions, who also plays Christopher Robin in the film. He just gave me the go-ahead, so I'm gonna get that out very, very soon for you guys. As soon as possible. Literally when the stream ends, I'm going to start working on it. So it's coming, I promise. That movie also kicks ass. So, and now I can talk about it, which is great. Caitlin is with us tonight. What's up, Caitlin? How's it going? What do you believe is the worst kill Art the Clown has done out of all of them? Like worst as in like, oh God, this is so hard to watch? Damn, that's really tough. I mean, the bedroom kill is like the hardest to watch, in my opinion. That is holy fuck. If we want to talk about like what's like the most mediocre, that's so tough. Like, what is like the most mediocre Art the Clown kill? Like, just like, okay. It was fine, but compared to the rest of them, dear God, that just wasn't anything too crazy. I mean, if there's any just like regular stabs or anything like that he's got going on, yeah, I mean, that just doesn't compare. This is the same guy that stabbed a dude in his dick multiple times just for taking a piss outside of his house. I mean, dear God, ladies and gentlemen, this guy, he's just he's vicious. He's a pariah to society. I love it. I want to see 100 more movies with Art the Clown. Just being a big old goofball is really what he is at the end of the day. And I love it. We need more Terrifier. I can't wait for Terrifier 3. It can't come soon enough. Purple and Gold, thank you for the $2, man. Thanks for the super chat. Nico Cousin. Hell yeah, dog. Go Lakers. Thank you for the $2, man. And thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Fallon Vamp is a channel member. Thanks for that. Appreciate your support, my friend. Hey, Jake. Hey, Fallon Vamp. Welcome in. Welcome in, my friend. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for supporting the channel, too. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Scottish Geek guy saying, howdy, folks. What's up, what's up? Nearby Placebo 91. Hey, Jake. Hey, Nearby Placebo. What's up, dog? Blair is saying, Jake, what's the most regrettable thing you have purchased at a horror con? I've spent a disgusting amount of money at horror cons. Regrettable, though? I don't really regret anything. It's a really good question. I have a lot of fun stuff from horror cons. I don't think I regret anything. I haven't broken the bank yet. Wait. I got something. I got something for my girlfriend at Scarefest last October. And it was like this, here, I got one myself. So this thing plugs this little creature from the Black Lagoon thing. It sits on my desk. It lights up green. It's really fucking cool. You hit a little button and it lights up green. Ah, cool. I bought one for myself. I bought one for my girlfriend. She loves the Conjuring movies to death. So I bought her one for the Nun. She claims it's haunted. she claims it's haunted and that I brought a ghost into her house. I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe. Because it lit up in the middle of the night, scared the hell out of her. So that I regret. I do regret that, especially if there was a ghost with it. I especially regret that. I would not want my girlfriend to be haunted, and that sucks. That really sucks. So I hope I didn't do that, but I might have. I don't know. Jason Carpenter, thanks for being a channel member. Appreciate you, dog. Jake, thoughts on the Beetlejuice trailer? I was super busy when that came out. I just was unable to get to it. It looks sick. It looks sick as fuck. I'm very hyped for the movie. I've heard nothing but good things from behind the scenes of some of the people who worked on it. So it looks good, and I'm hearing good things from the people who worked on it, which, you know, you're not hearing that about Madam Web right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not hearing that. I'm hearing good things. I'm very excited for the film. I can't wait. Noah Atkinson is saying, hey, Jake, I'm seeing Ghostbusters Frozen Empire this Tuesday evening. I'm seeing it tomorrow, my friend, and I will have a review out ASAP. ASAP, as some say. I don't know how many people say that, but I do. Hyped for it, Noah. Alex BB is saying, how many Ghostface killers would you like to see in Scream 7? Going in expecting 2, but I'm okay with more if it's done well. I'm guessing 2 as well, Alex. I think that because this is feeling like a throwback to me. Which I don't know if that's going to be good or not. I don't know. I'm so on the fence about the whole thing, man. What I worry about is that they're going to go back to basics, like too far back to basics, which I just don't personally feel like that's what the franchise needed. Scream 6 was the right direction in terms of taking it down new places. I don't feel like everything was executed perfectly, but at least they tried, and that I appreciate. I would rather that in a Scream 7 than just retreading old ground. Another Prescott family member is angry and dons the mask. I don't want to see that, dog. I'm going to be incredibly disappointed if that's the route that they go with Scream 7. I want a new movie, frankly. I don't want to see the same movie again. I think some people do, and I respect that. I just don't get it. Like, if you want to see Scream 2 again, Scream 3 again, you can buy it. You can buy the 4K for like $30, dog. Do that instead of paying for a new movie ticket, you know? I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get the love for wanting to see a movie that does exactly the same thing as another film in its respective franchise. I really want to see Scream 7 try to do something different with the character of Sidney Prescott, which personally I believe there is one more good story to tell with her. And that's all centered around her family. And that's going to be it. That's all I need from Sidney after that story is told, personally. So I'm hoping for that. I hope it's something really well done. We focus on her being a mother, try to reinvent the character a little bit. We know Sidney's not going to die because Nev has stated multiple times she's not going to do a Scream film if Sidney dies. That would totally go against what the character stands for. So for me, that's a tough thing to write around. You know, you can't just write your conventional slasher flick because there's no tension with your final girl. That sucks. But if you make her a mother character, you can give tension around her family dying. So you kind of invert the focal point of where the tension is coming from. Then it works again. So that's cool. That's badass. Make that movie. Let's do that. With one more go around with Nev Campbell as Sidney Prescott, and let's call it a day. So I'm hoping they end up doing that. I hope they don't just rest on their laurels and say, hey, people really like Scream 2. Let's tell that story again. Because I'll be ripping my hair out in the theaters and shitting my pants, frankly. Riley Rage, I love that name, is saying, question, what's your preferred timeline for Scream 7? After 4, during 5 and 6, after Scream 6? So I did a video about this. I think this was my last Scream video, actually. Hang on, I'm checking that because I want to know for sure. I want to know 100%. Yeah, my last Scream video. I said, what if Scream 7 takes place at the same time as 6? Now, my big argument for this was you could do some really fucking cool shit if you were able to do that, which I don't think they're going to go that route, but let's talk about it anyways. If Scream 7 took place at the same time as Scream 6, this is an easy way to write out the core 4 in a way that doesn't feel so, like, offensive and in your face. You know, if they have characters come on screen, they're like, where's Sam and Tara? And you write something like, they're hanging out in New York for whatever reason. I don't know. If you were just to say Scream 7 takes place at the same time as 6, you wouldn't even have to mention them at all. We already know what they're doing and what they're up to. We saw that last March. So that was pretty cool, but the problem with that is you can't have Gil Weathers. You can't have Kirby Reed. You can't have any of the characters that were in that film because it all takes place at the same time. That doesn't make any sense, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't think they're going to go that route, especially because I believe Spyglass is going to sugarcoat this thing, even if it is a turd. Meaning that I believe that they're going to put as many nostalgic characters as they possibly can cram into Scream 7, meaning Gale Weathers is going to be there. I would bet it. And honest to God, I'm at the point where I think that there's a 90% chance. 90%. There's a little room for leeway there. 90% chance that Stu Macher comes back and is our Ghostface killer. I don't want it to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a fan of it. Don't dig the Stu Train ideas. But do I think it's going to happen? Yes, because if it got leaked that Stu Macher was in the movie, which will probably leak weeks before the movie comes out, everyone's going to have to see it. Love or hate the theory. I hate it, and I'm going to be upset watching it if I know that, if I got it spoiled for me, but I still got to see it. I got to see how they do it. I got to see Matthew Lillard's performance because he's fucking awesome, but I'm not happy about it. I won't be happy about it. I think it's going to destroy the franchise, and it'll be like the last movie in the Scream franchise. I think that this is a franchise that can go on forever. We could see a new Scream film every 5 years that comments on a brand new direction that horror has taken, which every 5 years there really is at least one big thing. Look at the last 25, 30 years now of horror. There has been some new thing pretty much ever since Scream came out, every 5 or so years. I think that we could find a way to tell some kind of new Scream story based on that. And you're killing that entire opportunity, that entire pathway for this franchise by just relying on nostalgia, because that tells the audience that the franchise is over, the franchise is dead. This is the only idea we can come up with is fan theories. So that makes me sad. I would hope they don't go that route. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed they don't kill the franchise with a movie like that, but who knows? Who knows what'll happen? Ladies and gentlemen, I love seeing your guys' comments. I really appreciate you guys, but I am very behind in the chat, so I'm going to scroll up a little bit because Silver Princess just threw $5 out there. Thank you so much for the 5. Appreciate you. Weekly reminder that Roman is still the strongest Ghostface and would 1v1 the entire lineup. I mean, he could just fill up a house with gas and blow it up without them knowing, because apparently no one in the Scream franchise can smell gas. So I mean, you're right, Silver Princess. According to the logic from these movies, you could just fill up a room with gas, psh, light a match, bam, they're done. So you're right. You're spot on. Roman is the only one who can smell gas, so he's got it. He's on that shit. No, but I mean, you make a good point though. While I'm not crazy about Roman's motive or why he's doing what he's doing, he is the only Ghostface to do it solo. That's impressive. And, you know, if you're crazy like me, which I'm a little crazy, I do believe that Angelina was a secret Ghostface that just never got revealed and Roman killed before she did get revealed. So I kind of, me personally, I believe she was a killer. She's a little sus, a little too sus to just be a red herring. So just my crazy thoughts on it. But you're right, Roman is still in terms of strength, I would say absolutely towards the top. Silver Princess, though, love the point. Great point, should I say. And thank you for the $5, my friend. I think he could definitely take Billy and Stu, too. That's another thing. I just thought about that. I'm like, he would totally take down Billy and Stu. Mickey, I think, is the only one that would put up a fight, if I'm being honest. Oh, I could talk about that all day. That's fun. Love that shit. Nightfall 3D, thanks for the $5, man. Appreciate you. Saying Drew Barrymore cameos as a zombified Ghostface. Why? Let's just bring her back as a zombie at this point. If we're bringing Stu back, if we're bringing Jill back, let's just bring them all. Zombie people coming in to Scream at this point, man. Nostalgia sells, baby. Nostalgia sells. It makes me sad. I feel like there's more interesting things to put in movies besides nostalgia. Besides, just being like, hey, remember that? That's what a lot of movies like to do nowadays, and people eat it up, man. It makes me sad. It really makes me sad. I think the Scream franchise especially does not need to do that. Has so many good ideas going for it, and they heavily rely on that in so many of these movies now. It's not just Scream 2. I mean, it's so many franchises that do it. I have not seen Ghostbusters Frozen Empire yet, but all the reviews I've read for the film are saying that it does that, just relies too heavily on nostalgia. And from what I've seen in the trailer for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, it doesn't look like it needs to do that. It looks like one of these movies where this could feel like an old school killer Ghostbusters film. We're back in New York. We got a brand new deity, a brand new monster to fight. Deity is the wrong word. A brand new entity, thank you, that we're going after with the death chill. Freezes over New York. I mean, that looks fucking sick, man. So if they do rely heavily on nostalgia, I think that just makes me sad because they don't need to. That's a good idea. It's a killer idea, in fact. I believe it's based off of like some unused idea for from the TV show or something like that. Like it's a great idea. It's a deep cut. I love it. I hope it's good. I haven't seen it yet, so I have no opinion quite yet. It would be unfair for me to say, oh, this movie sucks, because I haven't seen it. I'm sure it's awesome, though. I came out of the theater seeing Late Night with the Devil today, and I saw a kid in a Ghostbusters shirt running up the escalator towards the theater. So excited. And I was like, you know what? Even if it sucks, I'm happy for that kid. That kid is so hyped to see Ghostbusters 5 or whatever, that I'm happy for it. I'm just going to like it no matter what now because I saw that today. So point being, don't rely on nostalgia. We get it, we get it. You already got that check marked off by the fact that you're making another one of these bad boys. People are going to see it, You don't got to rely on that with your new storylines. That's just me, though. But Nightfall 3D, zombified Drew Barrymore, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Thank you for the $5, my friend, though. Appreciate you. Appreciate you a whole bunch. Jake, what am I drinking? What are you drinking? I'm drinking my pansy-ass Michelob Ultra Light beer. Nothing wrong with that. I like Michelob Ultra. Nothing wrong with that. No sponsor. No, I wish, but no. I'm drinking what is this? Like a strawberry lemonade from Panera. It is chock full of caffeine, which is why I'm talking so fast, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. That's what I'm drinking. It's a new era at Panera. Once again, not sponsored, but I wish, dog. That'd be so cool. Chris Hernandez is with us. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Saying, Jake, which would you rather see in Scream 7 between the two choices? A family member is Ghostface or Stu's return? Stu. All day Stu. I would rather see Stu. The family member thing would actually, would drive me up a wall. I'd rather go down the Stu route. I don't like neither, but to me, Stu's return is less worse. I agree, because at least that's a Ghostface I like. At least that's a Ghostface I can get behind versus a Ghostface that is just ripping off something from the past. That makes me sad. So I really hope that if we have to pick between these two, that it's Stu, personally. I wouldn't be happy about either. I think both would just tell me, okay, they're out of ideas. They're either repeating the same shit or repeating the same shit from the past. That's what both of those avenues is to me. So I really hope that they don't go down either of these routes. But Stu, I would much rather see, because at least I like him. At least I enjoy what his motive is, which is much more mysterious. He just, when Nev Campbell, as Sidney Prescott asks him, what's your motive? He's just like, peer pressure. That's interesting to me. We're not, everything isn't just spelled out for us. Everything's not just, well, I'm your secret brother, Sidney, and I'm angry, and I was created for this movie so that we could have another movie. That I'm not happy about. That I would not be happy about. I want to see Stu, I don't want to see Stu come back, but if I had to, I'd rather see that. Personally. So Chris, great question. Great question, because unfortunately I do feel like these may be our only possibilities. But goddamn, I hope not. Oh, fingers crossed we get a good Ghostface in Scream 7. Spider John. What's up, Spider John? How you doing? May is a packed month for horror. Cuckoo. Just saw the trailer for that. Fuck, that looks awesome. The Strangers Chapter 1 in a violent nature, and I saw the TV glow. Yeah, March, April, May, all gonna be insane for horror movies. And I'm in the middle of a production right now, which was probably not the smartest place to place this. We're filming our little short film the same weekend as a huge horror release, and I'm like, why did I do that? Why would I set myself up for failure like that? But here we are. Yes, no, I'm very excited though. So many good looking movies are coming out in the next couple of months. Oh my god, can't wait. And then Maxine over the summer, dude. We got Saw 11 is coming out in the fall. We got Terrifier 3, VHS 7. I'm excited for that one. I know some people aren't, but oh my god, I can't wait. Lots of good stuff coming up, man. Anthony Jameson is saying, I would like to be part of Scream 7 as Michael Carpenter, the brother of Tara. Hey, dude, make it. Listen, if you can dream it, you can make it possible, my friend. Make the right connections, and you can make that happen, dude. Field of Screams podcast. This is a great little point here. Scream 1, satire of slashers. 2 sequels, 3 trilogies, 4 reboots, 5 requels, 6 franchise. Really? Like it wasn't a franchise before? Yeah, I mean, dude, listen, the 6 commentary is all about how we love Scream, And that's like one of the weakest elements to it. It's like, yeah, of course. Like everyone likes Scream, dude. Like we got it. Every human being that is a horror fan likes the Scream franchise. Let's comment on something else. There's so much weird shit going on in horror right now. I don't know why we don't hit that up in the Scream franchise. Like the return of ultra brutal slashers is upon us, and we're not even gonna throw a mention to Terrifier in Scream 6. What? That's crazy, man. What about I mean, Scream 7, I hope we do that. You know, I hope we talk a little bit about Terrifier. That'd be so cool. There's so much you can comment on there. You know, there's two sides to this argument. Some people love it because it's bringing back brutality to horror movies. Some people hate it because they feel like it's just gory, nonsensical nonsense. And that to me is something that Scream could totally argue on. And I'm like, that would be so cool. I would love to see that. I missed that from like Screams 1 through 5. It was missing. I felt like it was kind of, that side to it was missing in 6. But just my thoughts. Logan is throwing something sick out here, which I don't think is out of the realms of possibilities. Jake, could you imagine if Damien Leone directed a segment for VHS? What could that segment be? Maybe Art the Clown and found footage style. Well, we have a new VHS upon us, and I don't believe the directors have been announced yet, so I don't think this is an impossibility, man. I mean, I would actually be shocked if Damien did not have a little segment in there, little found footage something. So I hope this is the case, Logan. That would be unbelievably cool. I'd be losing my mind, frankly. I would love to see him do found footage too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That would just be so out of the realm of, out of his realm. He usually does do, you know, like Art the Clown stuff. You know what I mean? I've seen All Hallows Eve, Terrifier 2. But I want to see him try something else out. You know, it was announced a little while ago that he was working on a project with Ghost House Pictures, and that's exciting to me. I'm like, what else does Damien have up his sleeve besides a killer murder clown? You know what I mean? Like, what else does he got up there? I'm so curious. So I'm hoping for, if he does do a VHS segment, fingers crossed, hope Damien gets that gig, that it's something, you know, something different, not Art the Clown again. I don't know. I would love to see what else he's got up his sleeve. That would be so sick. But Logan, great point, man. Scott, what's up, Scott? How you doing, man? Thanks for being a member. Really appreciate you. Saying, no, you're talking fast because you were born on a massive sugar high. I mean, pretty much. I have been like this since birth, and it's only gotten worse, ladies and gentlemen. I had to go to speech therapy when I was a kid, actually, which is really funny. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? It's not just the caffeine that makes me talk like this, so. Welcome in. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. Silver Princess, throwing $5 out there. Thanks for the support, my friend. Thank you. Saying, do you think Jill was somewhat inspired by Roman being her cousin? They both shared the desire for wanting Sydney's fame and being the sole survivor. Yeah, I think so. I think for sure. I think in a lot of ways, Scream 4 is Kevin Williamson's response to Scream 3 in a weird sort of way. You know? Like, I feel like a lot of his recycled ideas from 3 kind of came through in 4. So I think like in a way you can look at Screams 1, 2, and 4 as its own little respective trilogy. But yeah, I do feel that I do feel like they're similar characters, not the same, you know, if that makes sense. Jill, like I love Jill. I think her motive absolutely fucking rocks. It supersedes the whole being a Prescott family member thing, which is not my favorite aspect to her character, but it's cool. It's cool. Her whole MO is really fucking cool to me, and I love that. It's not just I'm your this, I'm your that, so I'm mad and I'm angry. So it's more than that. I'm like, okay, that's interesting to me. We have modern day commentary in 2011. That's interesting. I vibe with that. So Jill fucking rocks in my opinion. She is my number 3 if I had to rank the ghost faces. One of my favorites. Scream 4 is my favorite sequel too. I love it. I think it's so good. It's so much fun. It's not perfect, but I love it. I still love it. It's a very good movie. I had a blast with it. It was the first Scream film I ever saw too, so it's very, very near and dear to old Jake's heart. That twist got me when I was a kid. I was so upset. It's like, no, Emma Roberts, no, oh my god. But Silver Princess, thank you for the $5, my friend. Yes, and yes. Bobby G, y'all, what's going on, Bobby? How you doing, man? Thanks for being here. Saying, Jake, my man, haven't been on a stream in a while. So sorry if this question has been asked a few times. What's happened to your Versus videos? Will you be doing any more of them? I dig. Dude, I loved them too, but unfortunately the algorithm did not. So what Jake is going to be doing is, as soon as I'm done with the production I'm in the middle of, I'm back to it over on Patreon. So if you want to, anyone who supports me on Patreon will be seeing like a monthly versus video. They're going to be like way longer too. Like I think they were like, most of them clocked in at about like 13 minutes. I'm going to be making like 20-minute long versus videos. They're going to be called something else too. I'm currently workshopping that with a graphic designer who has made the fucking sickest intro to it too, which I was like, oh my god, this looks like something like Dead Meat would do for a series. I'm like, this is so fucking cool. So I've actively been working on that and making them even cooler than what we got, you know, the public ones right now. But that's all going exclusively to Patreon, starting most likely in May or June. Still getting it all figured out. Like I said, I got to get through this production right now. We're in the middle of a short film. And I don't know. I can't tell you any more than that. People who are supporting me on Patreon right now get to see all the updates on what's going on with the short film. So for those of you who know, once again, you know, keep it hush hush for now. But versus videos are going exclusively to Patreon very soon. And like I said, they're going to be even fucking cooler. So if you liked them before, yeah, they're going to be great. That's all I'm going to say. We have done a lot of work towards improving those and making them even cooler. You'll see, Bobby G. But thanks for your support, man. Thanks for being a channel member. I really appreciate you, dog. And Sarah Campbell's with us tonight. What's up, Sarah? How's it going? Hey. Thanks for being here. Nightfall 3D. Thanks again for the 10, dude. Appreciate that, dog. Producing your own film. Congrats. Please make sure the final girl bites it. So tired of Halloween fan flicks on YouTube getting the upper hand against Michael. I can't say too much about it right now. It is a slasher. But with a twist. That's what I'll say. It's a slasher with a twist. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say too much more than that. If you want to know more about it, I gave a little plot synopsis on my over on my Patreon and stuff. Go check it out there. But it's gonna be cool. And I don't know where you guys are gonna see it yet, if it's YouTube or in something else. But yeah. We'll talk more about it soon. I'll have more updates in the future, I promise. But Nightfall, I think you're gonna love it. I think it's an even cooler idea than Red Right Hand. It fucks. It absolutely fucks. It comes from a script from myself and a very close friend of mine who is an incredible screenwriter. So I'm very excited. I cannot wait to show you guys what this is all about. And yeah, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. It's all coming in time, ladies and gentlemen. Nightfall, though, thanks for the $10, man. I really appreciate you supporting the page. It has been a crazy couple of months, so your guys' support means more than ever to me than right now. So thank you. Thanks for the support, guys. Appreciate you. Thank you, Nightfall. Cosmic Urgency is saying, why do you keep mentioning Prescott family members like it's happened more than 2 out of 6 times? Well, it's happened 2 out of 6 times, dog. That's too many. Like, you can get away with 1, you know? Like 1, cool, whatever. But like, it's just annoying to me. And here's the other thing too. Scream 2, it's also family members, right? It's also Billy's family. Oh my God. Every Scream motive somehow boils down to family. You know, this isn't Fast and Furious, dog. Like, I don't know. To me, like, it's always disappointing. Like, they did it. The original Scream's motive kind of is about family a little bit, but it's a little more complex than that. And that's what I like about it. Billy's motive rocks, in my opinion. I think it's awesome. 2 is a little lazy, in my opinion, with Billy's mom. It's just like, really? We just Pamela Voorhees from Friday the 13th, copy and paste into the Scream franchise. All right, fuck, jeez. And then 3, I don't know, man. It's just so soap opera. It's just like Roman is the secret brother. It's like, man, you see that in television shows, but not a movie, dog. Whew, yikes. So I don't know. I'm not crazy about a lot of the motives in the Scream franchise. Probably the weakest element to this entire franchise is what I would say. But I'm hoping that in Scream 7, they're able to give a Ghostface that wants to go after Sydney that just simply has a more interesting motive, something more akin to Billy and Stu or Richie and Amber or Jill. Like, those motives work for me. Some of the other ones, not so much. Especially 2, 3, and 6. Like, the motives in those movies, I don't know. They just don't do it for me, man. They're just not for me. They don't really feel very impactful. Don't feel very scary, in my opinion. Scott Royston is saying, love you, Jake. I love you, Scott. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you, dog. Gifting 5 KillJoy Jake memberships out of nowhere. And unfortunately, my little program here does not tell me who got them. So I'm going to pull the stream up on my phone. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get this fixed. I want to congratulate everyone who's just become a member. So let's see that real quick here. All right, Nola Ray, Row Ventures LLC, Jen Werner, MMA Russi, love that name, and Gerson Malabay have all become members. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate your guys' welcome to the fold. Thanks for the support. Scott, appreciate it, man. And check out some of those exclusive videos I was telling you about a second ago. Drink up on the Kool-Aid, dog. Bubble Pirate, what's up, dog? How you doing? Appreciate you. Thanks for being a Bubble Pirate. Saying, can we talk about The Strangers? I prefer the second film. Not a fan of the new one. I mean, fair. You know, I got my I got my worries. I got my reservations when it comes to the new Strangers film. I hope they don't over-explain things. I think that would kind of suck. But I love the second film, dude. I love both of the Strangers movies for two entirely different reasons. You know, the first one is just this super creepy slow burn of a flick with some really scary moments, really scary motive for its killers. I love it. So well done, an excellent film. And then the second one, Pray at Night, is just a blast from start to finish. That pool sequence, like genuinely one of my favorite chases and attacks in 2010's horror. Like so good, so well done. So gorgeous. Easily my favorite film from Johannes Roberts, who's done a lot of really good movies, man. So that's some high praise right there. Kills it in Pray at Night. So I love them both. I hope that this new one is not just a retread of the original, which I'm worried about that. I have a feeling I'm going to like Strangers Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 a lot more than this first one. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently all of them are coming out this year, but we only have a release date for the first one. But if that's all true, we probably should be seeing them throughout, like the rest of summer, moving into fall, maybe even winter. So I'm excited. Whenever they come out, I'll be here. I'll be watching them. I'll be covering them. So Bubble Pirate, I can't fucking wait. If you got any more questions, throw them out there, dog. Throw them out there. Talia is with us tonight. What's up, Talia? How you doing? Thanks for the $2. Appreciate you. Saying I'm not sure what to ask, so I'll just say hello. Talia, hello. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here, dog. I'm listen, if you don't know what to ask, that's all good. I just appreciate the support. What I will say is that it's a very exciting time for horror right now. There's so much to talk about. So Talia, if you got something, if you think of something in the next couple of, the next hour or so, throw it out there, dog. We will definitely get to it. Because, oh my God, there's so much to be excited for. Like, this month has been, listen, I've been doing this for almost 5 years now, and no month has compared to this month in terms of horror news. We've gotten so many exciting trailers, so many exciting announcements for movies, a lot of drama, lots of drama, lots of crazy shit. I don't know. I'm hyped. As a horror fan, frankly, I'm overwhelmed in the best way possible. So Talia, if you think of something, throw it out there. But thanks for the $2. Thanks for supporting the channel. I really appreciate you. Taylor's also with us tonight. What's up, Taylor? How's it going? Welcome in. Thanks for the little Canadian dollar there. And I love your dog. God damn, that thing's cute. Love it. Thanks for being here, dog. Appreciate you. Literally, dog. Thanks for the dog. Appreciate it. Craig Tucker is saying, I'm so excited for Ba 2. Blood and Honey 2, I assume you mean. Yes. Oh my God, it fucks. I'm going to have a review out tomorrow morning because I just got the go-ahead from the creators. Appreciate you guys. Dude, I'm so hyped. Holy fuck. That movie was so good. I'm so glad I can talk about it now, too. Blood and Honey 2 fucking rocks. Obviously, no spoilers. I know you guys haven't seen it yet. It's good. It's so good. It's way better. Like, genuinely way better than the original in every facet, every corridor, every minute detail. Fuck. Oh, it's so good, dog. Go check it out. If you love B movies, you're gonna love this movie. You know, I'm not pitching this like it's an Oscar award winning film. The 789th Academy Awards goes to Best Picture, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 7. No, but Blood and Honey 2, so much fun. I had a fucking blast with it. It's insane. Like, it's pure insanity. If you love like 80s slashers, you're gonna love this movie to death. It is a blast. Zork, the Dark One. Hello, Zork. Welcome. Your godliness is welcomed here. Imagine if Roman and Jill had been a duo. Sydney would have been screwed. Roman would be the director and Jill the lead actress. It writes itself. Okay, see, I fuck with that. See, that's really interesting. You remove the whole secret brother angle from Roman, and I can get behind that, dog. Like, just the director of a stab film as a Ghostface? Yeah, I vibe with that, dude. That fucking rocks. Ooh. A Ghostface who's directing a stab film and wants to kill Sydney. Maybe to make the movie more interesting, you know, something really selfish and fucked up like that. I really like that. I can really get behind something like that, Zork. I vibe with that a lot. Damn. Really interesting idea. Damn. I think that totally works too because of how, so we were just talking about that earlier a second ago with one of the other super chats that, you know, their motives are so similar. They could work together very, very well. So no, I think that it writes itself, man. Like you said, that works really well together. Damn. I don't even have anything to add to that. It's just, yeah, that works. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, Zork the Dark One. Your godliness is appreciated in the chat, my friend. All hail, Zork the Dark One. Thanks for the $5, Zork. Logan's praising Johannes Roberts. Fuck yeah, dog. He rocks. Is honestly one of my favorite directors, and I feel like he's a bit underrated. I agree. Love Prey at Night and Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Hell yeah, dog. The best Resident Evil film. I will die on that hill. Loved his VHS segment. That one's your favorite as well. Oh, that one's great, dude. Oh, that one's, what is it? Oh, I can't say what it is because it has a certain word that YouTube isn't super happy with. But it fucks. It's in VHS 99. It's the second segment. It's very good. VHS 99 has really grown on me. It's one of my favorites from the whole franchise, man. I love that one. The last skit, I think, might be my favorite, but the really gross one in the middle from Flying Lotus, whoo, damn, that was good too. So I'm excited, man. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff in that franchise, man. Lots of gross stuff too. Mr. Man Ham, Jay, it's a ham with a monocle. I love this. This is everything I need. Here, it's over here. This is everything I need in my day. Right here. Right. This is fantastic. It's great. Mr. Man Ham J is saying, are you excited for Beetlejuice 2? Yes, I'm very excited. Trailer looks very good. Michael Keaton, Jenna Ortega, basically everybody involved has said nothing but very good things. They're going to be using practical effects almost exclusively. I mean, what's not to love? You got the cast and crew all excited about it, and it doesn't feel like, Hollywood fake, right? I like to make fun of the Don't Worry Darling press all the time whenever this gets brought up. Like when people are like, well, Jake, are they just hyping it up because they made a bunch of money to be in a movie? See, I don't think so. It doesn't come off that way to me. Like if you look back at the Don't Worry Darling press, man, where Harry Styles tried so hard to say something positive about the movie and he just couldn't. It's so funny. That to me screams, okay, they got paid to make this big old movie and now they want people to see it. This doesn't come off that way to me. We have Jenna Ortega and Michael Keaton in separate interviews talking so positively about this movie, giving specific details about what's so fucking good about it. Michael Keaton, I believe, praised the practical effects. Jenna Ortega was praising the story and loved the way that they introduced her character into all of it. So I haven't seen the film, obviously, but I have nothing but good expectations for it. High expectations, I should say. And the trailer looks really cool, man. It feels like I saw John Squires from Bloody Disgusting post on Twitter saying, like, it looks like Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton specifically, just hasn't skipped a beat. And I couldn't agree more. It feels like we're back in 1988. Feels like we're doing all that shit again with that trailer. I vibe with it, man. I think it's going to be good. I think it's really going to be a worthy requel sequel, if that makes sense. Which I don't believe there's too many of those, but this is going to be one of them. I feel like this is going to be a rare one to add to the good side of the requel list. Even though there is definitely a bit of a negative connotation with that word these days for that very reason. So Logan is saying, Jake, what are you hoping to see in Terrifier 3 besides kills? I want to see a continuation, or I guess maybe another brush stroke on the grand canvas that is the Terrifier franchise towards the overall mystery of who Art the Clown is, what's going on with Sienna's father, what the fuck was that secret dagger in the last movie? What's happening, dog? Just another stroke of the brush. I don't want the whole that's not a word. Paintrit. I don't want the whole portrait painted. There you go. Words are hard, guys. I don't want the whole thing spelled out for me. But what I do want is maybe a little bit something else, another piece of the puzzle, We do know that we're going to be meeting more of Sienna's family members in this movie. So I do feel like we're going to learn more about the dad. I feel like that's where we're going to get to know a little more about what's going on here. I don't believe that Art the Clown is Sienna's dad. I've seen that theory a lot. It doesn't check out, in my opinion. It doesn't make sense with what we know about her dad. Considering that little conversation towards the end of Terrifier 2. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching these streams for a while, you know that I like to point out a video I made a little while ago talking about Art the Clown and his secret origins, things I learned from Damien Leone himself, as well as the commentary track for Terrifier. But I did this video like 3 months ago. It's called Who is Art the Clown? The Secret Lore of Terrifier 2 Explained. It's my favorite video. Well, one of my favorite videos I posted on this page. The video I posted today is maybe my favorite video I've ever done because the Winnie the Pooh people were so fucking cool. So if you haven't checked out that interview, check it out. I just posted it today. Give it a watch. But that video where I talked a little bit about Art the Clown's origins, I did so much research, words, man. I'm talking too fast. I did so much research for that video, and I genuinely think I'm onto something in terms of what is going on with Art the Clown. Who is Sienna's father? How do they connect somehow? So give it a watch. Check it out. Holy shit. I think I think there's something really crazy going on. Some big reveals about to happen in Terrifier 3 and 4, but I hope we don't get it all painted out. You know what I mean? I want a continuation of the mystery. That to me is the most interesting thing about the whole Terrifier franchise. I love the kills. It's a great, it sprinkles on the sundae to me. Obviously, it's the main attraction for so many people, but I love the mystery that Damien is setting up here. I love that we don't have all the answers right now, and I love that we got to wait for 2 more movies, personally, which I know some people are annoyed by, but man, the biggest thing that draws me to horror movies is the mystery, is that cryptic energy we're getting from Terrifier 2. So I hope they don't just spell out the whole thing. That's my biggest thing. Your average Fortnite ogre is with us. What's up, Shrek? How you doing? Dear God, you got to go to the dentist or something. What's going on with them teeth? What's up, my favorite ogre? Saying, what do you think of Blood and Honey 2? Dude, I loved it. Like, listen, I gotta admit, I'm a little biased, okay? I'll put it out there. I'll be fully transparent. The Blood and Honey people were so incredibly kind to me and my channel. Nothing but good things do I have to say about them. But being completely transparent, my genuine thoughts about the film, I really enjoyed it. It really is a fun movie. It is such an improvement over the first one. I think I gave the original movie like a 4 out of 10. I was like, this is so bad, it's good. It's nothing more than that. I don't know if I'll watch it again. Blood and Honey 2? I'd almost double that review, dog. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. I think I would buy it. I genuinely think it was that much fun. It's a blast. It's a reinvention of what you think you know about, Blood and Honey from the first movie. Dude, it's so good. It's such a blast. It's a great time. I don't know what else to say about it. Go see it, man. I won't spoil anything. There are some big reveals. There are some really interesting things that they do with the story and all that. Go watch it on Tuesday, man. It's great. I won't spoil anything here, but it's a blast. It's fantastic. I had a really good time with it. So I was very thankful that the Blood and Honey people allowed me to see it early too. I thought that was so cool. So those people, so nice, so incredibly cool. Check out the little interview I did today if you haven't seen it, by the way. So check it out, ogre. That sounded really sounded like I was trying to shit on you or something. I'm not, dog. I'm not. Thanks for being here, my ogre friend. There we go. I just like this name. E. What's up, dog? KillJoy Jake, how do you feel about I Know What You Did Last Summer, the sequel? Are you excited for it? And what has taken so long? I'm excited for it. I've heard promising things from the writer, which, as you guys know, I've never been the biggest fan of the original. I don't know. It's never been my cup of tea exactly. But I've heard, it sounds like the writer wants to focus on the things that I like about the franchise, which makes me happy. I'm like, okay, that's good. The writer seems to be focusing on that, hopefully giving us a mystery that I just hope is better. I've just never found the reveals in that franchise to be too good or too surprising. And with it being something that comes out in the wake of Scream, you kind of need that, right? Like, look at Urban Legend, look at Valentine. These are movies that, in my opinion, have... Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I just heard a voice coming from my room somewhere. I got so scared. Holy shit. Lost my train of thought. That's how scared I got there. Apologies. My phone just went off. That was so dumb. Okay, but no, I'm excited for it. The writers said very promising things about it. It sounds like we're getting the true third film in the franchise as well, which if you guys have seen I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer, you know that that's not really a movie. You know that that's not really a continuation to the franchise. It's just, cash grab. We got the title. Fuck you. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how that one comes off to me. So I'm very excited for this one to be the real third film in the franchise, continuing maybe off of 2. I don't know. I hope so. I think that would be fun. So I like the first 2. I think they're fun. They've never been top of my list in terms of slashers, but I enjoy them. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening from it. I hope it's good, though. I hope these writers can give us a good twist. It's my big thing I'm looking for in this next one. Field of Screams podcast. Ooh, okay. This is something else I want to talk about, which this is public knowledge. This is not a spoiler that I'm about to reveal here. No, this is public knowledge, not a spoiler about the film. The First Blood and Honey is a movie within this new movie. Now, this is something that I believe Scott Chambers revealed about the film recently in a new interview. So, the guy who's producing the damn thing and stars in it wants you to know this, so I think I can talk about it. The First Blood and Honey is a movie within the movie. Think Stab to Scream 2. They kind of approach it that way. I think it's really cool how they ended up doing that. And, the writer Matt Leslie even posted on Twitter saying, like, listen, we know the first movie wasn't very good. They had a very low budget, couldn't do a whole lot with it, not everything they wanted to do with it either. So with this one, they got a much better, not a much better writer. That's not what I want to say. Not saying anything, no negativity towards Reese, but, Matt he understands screenwriting just a little better, I think. Look at Summer of '84, it fucking bangs. He writes this film, and you can tell immediately when you start watching it, you're like, damn, okay. Yeah, this is off to a good start. Here's another thing I'll say about the film. If you're not into it in the first 10 minutes, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. The first 10 minutes won me over immediately. And you can see it in the writing, you can see it in the brutality. It's a very fun film. So you don't need to see the first one technically. But it is in there. There's references to it as a movie, which I think is really cool. So very fun stuff. Paula is asking, what are your thoughts on a possibility that Dominic Sessa from The Holdovers on a possibility? Are you talking like Paul Giamatti? Is that what you're saying? Paul Giamatti on joining Scream 7? Paul Giamatti has said recently that he would love to be in horror, which I think is fucking cool. I still have not seen The Holdovers, which I know, burn me at the stake, dog. I need to see that one because I've heard nothing but good things about it. Trying to catch up on all like the Oscar movies. I still haven't gotten through all those. I finally watched Poor Things and it's so good. Like I totally get why people were raving about it. Damn, that was awesome. The Holdovers is like the next one on my list. I really got to get to that. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I would be down. I'd be down for him to be in this movie. In this next movie. I think, the other thing with Scream 7 is don't expect too much of a younger cast, maybe a little bit, but there are going to be some older characters because, Sidney Prescott's going to be our focus. I feel like we're not going to have, I don't know, are we going to do a young cast? I think that would make sense with, the target demographic. But once again, I do feel like Scream 7 is kind of this throwback, kind of trying to cater to the older fans, the OG fans a little more than the newer fans. That's just the vibes I'm getting from it. So I'm very excited to see what they end up doing with it. Maybe Paul Giamatti's in it. That'd be so fucking cool. Oh my God. I would love to see him in a horror film just in general. It's great to see Sydney Sweeney in a horror flick too. Speaking of which, Immaculate absolutely bangs, dude. I know, Late Night with the Devil's getting a lot of praise right now, but go see Immaculate. Holy shit. Like I went into that with, it'll be whatever, Nah, blew me away. It's a damn near perfect horror film. I loved it. It's so good. So good. How gory is Blood and Honey 2? I can't say, man. I feel like that's a step too far. It's gory. It's gory, dog. You won't be disappointed with the kills, I promise. I can't give you specifics. Go see it on Tuesday, dog. You will not be disappointed. I certainly was not. I certainly was not disappointed with the kills. Sean Kohler is saying, what's your favorite Saw movie? And what are you looking forward to most with Saw 11? I think it's so easy to say the original Saw is the best. I think it's the best written. It really is. I mean, nothing even compares. And I think, honestly, the people who work on these movies, the sequels, would even say that. But for me, my favorites are some of the crazier sequels where you really get to learn more about John and his accomplices, and just more of the lore, diving deeper into that, which I'm so invested in. For me, Saw 6 is probably my favorite. Like, I love that movie to death. It is so much fun. It's so ridiculous. It's so over the top. Saw X is up there too. I think Saw X is one of my favorites. Like, if I had a top 3, it would be Saw 6, Saw 10, Saw X, whatever. And what am I looking forward to most from Saw 11? I'm just hyped for it. I'm just very hyped. I can't wait. I hope it's a continuation of Saw X, really, more than anything. I think something I love so much about 6 moving into 10 is the fact that in a lot of ways, it's this thematic continuation from what was set up in 6 to then like have this whole backstory about, like in Saw X, we're building this whole like side quest story for John Kramer through Saw X. I loved that. I thought that was so fucking cool. So I hope we kind of keep going with that here in Saw 11. I hope we do. I would be very, very into that personally. Sean. So I'm all about it. Hyped to see it. Terrence is saying, have you seen Chucky season 3 part 2 trailer? It looks promising. Terrence, I've tried. I've given Chucky so many chances, and I've yet to be impressed. I think the biggest thing I like about the Chucky TV show is the kills. The kills were really cool. I really liked a lot of the backstory that incorporated Tiffany into the lore of Chucky's past. I thought that was cool, but I don't know, dude. The writing is so bad, in my opinion. I can't get into it. Like, it's just, there are entire episodes that are nonsense to me, and I'm like, this feels like, I'm not going to say that. That's so mean. I know some people like it, but I mean, it's nonsense. Like, a lot of it is literal nonsense that I can't follow. I can't get into. I don't know. It's just not for me. And it's so different from the movies. Like, it's such a different animal. I'm shocked Don Mancini is in charge of it. Like, it's to that point for me. I don't know. It's just not even, the Chucky show and the movies are entirely separate entities in my mind. And I've tried, I've given all the seasons a big chance, gotten a couple episodes into, I watched all of season 1 and I just was like, wow, that was a waste of my time towards the end there. Damn. Season 1, episode 5 was fucking awesome and the best thing from that entire show, in my opinion. But oh my God, the writing in every other episode is, I just can't do it. I don't know. It's just not for me. Season 2, I think had a promising start and then slowly devolved into nonsense. And same thing with season 3. Like, I don't know. It's just not my thing. I don't know. I love B movies and B horror and all that. But if you don't have anything that's remotely grounded or even somewhat connected to reality, if you just have an entire show that's all about just nonsense and B movie, schlock and all that, I can't get into it. I need a little connection. I need a little down to earthness. And there's just, it's sparing in the Chucky show for me. And I don't know, a lot of people love it. And I think that's great. I'm so glad that so many people dig it. It's just not for me, unfortunately. And I wish I liked it. I keep coming back to it because I love the Child's Play movies. I think they're so good. I don't know. I just can't get into it. I wish I could. I really wish I liked it. I love all the people who are involved. And I hate talking bad about it too, because I want to like it so bad, but man, just can't get into it. Paula was talking about the Holdovers. This was Paul Giamatti's best role. He's a teacher in an exclusive prep school in Massachusetts. Dominic is one of the younger students and the main lead of the younger cast. Yeah, apologies, Paula. I still haven't seen it yet, but I gotta watch it. Gotta check it out. My buddy Jackson, who you might remember from the beginning of the stream the other day, if you were here for that, has said nothing but praise about it. He's like, dude, you would love it. It's so good. You got to watch it. Yeah, I know. I'm behind. I haven't had time. It's crazy. Don't become a YouTuber, kids. I know everyone wants to be a YouTuber. Don't be a YouTuber. It's crazy stuff. Crazy stuff, man. A lot of stuff going on behind the scenes here, but it's fun. But it's very fun. Chris Hernandez is saying, Jake, what if in Scream 7, Patrick Dempsey reveals himself as Ghostface and reveals that Roman was his accomplice from Scream 3? What if his motive was to ruin her mentally and trust no one? Damn, that is the long game from Mark and Cade. Marrying her, having kids with her, and then revealing that he's a Ghostface. I don't know, man. That's the long game. You know what I mean? Like, how crazy is this guy? I don't know. I think that, once again, I'm going back to everything we know about Sidney Prescott and how tough this movie is going to be to write with her as the focus. We got to do something where Sidney Prescott has a happy ending, but the tension is still high, which I think that's the toughest thing with Scream 7. I've had the toughest time coming up with theories for this movie because, like, I'll write something and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And then I'm like, wait, that doesn't work at all because it's Sidney Prescott in the lead. I'm like, gotta scrap this. I have scrapped 3 video ideas at this point that are all big theories that I've had about this movie where I'm like, wow, that doesn't work at all because it's Sidney Prescott in the lead. So I don't know. It's tough. I don't know what they can do with the Ghostface motive that would be like, why is this person going after Sidney? I really think the biggest thing is have someone from Mark's past that maybe he put away become the killer in this new movie. I feel like that makes the most sense. Because then it's like, it's still going after Sydney's family. And then the whole time there's the misdirection. You think it's somebody going after Sydney. It's really someone going after Mark Kincaid and her family. It's not even anything to do with Sydney. She just happens to be in the middle of it. And that's why you have your Ghostface being Ghostface, which I think makes the most sense. I think that's what it has to be. That's the only, like, it's kind of what Scream 7 has pigeonholed itself into. And honestly, I'll take it. Like, even though, I'm able to guess it before it happens, I'll take that over Stu coming back. I'll take that over Sydney's long lost secret cousin or something. I don't know. I think that Patrick Dempsey's got to come back. Like, at this point, if we're doing Sydney Prescott, I don't know how you can tell a story with Sydney at this point without her husband, be kind of weird. So he better come back. He better be in it, or I don't know. Like, what is this movie going to be then? Just Sydney on vacation somewhere? I hope so. I hope whatever it is, it's good. But God, I have my worries. It's going to be a tough one to write, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a tough script to maneuver around. Locked, throwing $5 out there. Locked, thank you so much, man. It's been a minute. We got to have you on the page, dude. I've been meaning to set this up. I just have not had time. I want to have like a big panel of a lot of the people I've had on this page just all come on and do like a 3-hour stream just talking about all this horror news, because there's so much exciting shit. And dear God, I talk a lot. So I want to have some other people on here and to throw out some other opinions, because you guys are probably sick of me shitting on Mrs. Loomis and Roman. So let's get some other people on here, right? I know there's some people who probably just went, fuck yeah, to the screen right now, but that's okay. I still love you guys. Locked is saying, Jake looks like old man Chucky when sitting through Chucky the show. Yes, I do. Happy streaming, Jake. Been a good week for the horror community. Yes, it has. It really has. Yeah, no, honest to God, I have seen nothing but negativity in the horror community for a long time now, and that makes me sad. Not here. Here it's been great. You guys are fantastic, but over on X and Twitter, man, it has been argument after argument after argument, and it sucks. It's like, man, we're so divided. I hate that. But this week, I feel like we all kind of got together on a lot of issues, and that's wonderful. That's a wonderful thing to see happen. Even if we, weren't all on the same page at one point, I feel like a lot of us are now. So that makes me happy. That makes me really happy, that we're there now. So yes, I agree, Locked. I saw, my friends at Splattercast put a tweet out. They were like, it's been a good week. It's been a really good week for horror over here, which we haven't been able to say that in a while. They were talking about, Cody Leach and the Winnie the Pooh people are all good in the hood now, which makes me happy. Very happy stuff there. And, I feel like a lot of us are kind of coming together on how we feel about Late Night with the Devil. So that makes me happy. That makes me really happy to see the horror community not so divided for the first time in a very long time. So I love that. I think it's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing to see. It's a great community too. So I think that's why it's really upset me in the last 3 or 4 months or so. Just seeing everybody so divided makes me really sad, I hate it. I don't like arguing with people. I don't like that. I think what drew me to this community, why I focused on horror, even when, I had another channel blow up, I was talking about animation and all that, but it just wasn't the same. You know what I mean? The community just wasn't the same. Nothing beats this. Like, I don't care if I get less views. I would rather focus on this. This is so much more fun. This is something I'm way more passionate about. The people are way cooler. So it made me a little sad in the last couple of months to see people so divided, but I think it's getting better. We're healing. We're making it happen. So it's great stuff. Locked. I love it. Thanks for the $5, man. I appreciate it. I love the kindness. Keep being kind, dog. And, Villain Killin' Dylan is bringing something up here that I do want to talk about. If you guys watched the interview today, if you're like, Jake, I don't care, I don't want to sit through a 20-minute long interview. Fair, I get it. But Reese Frake Waterfield, the director of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, did spill the beans on the fact that they're working on a Blood and Honey 3 that might come out before Poohniverse Monsters Assemble. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know if that's been put out there anywhere else. Maybe. Probably has at this point. But pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff nonetheless. So if you want to hear him talk about that a little towards the end of the interview, you can check that out. But it was exciting stuff. They also teased a new design for Pooh. Pooh's going to have a brand new design again. And I think I know why, considering what happens in B&H 2, but I'm not going to say any more than that. Once again, no spoilers until Tuesday. But, ooh, exciting stuff. I will have a spoiler-free review of Blood and Honey out tomorrow. It's probably gonna be a short video. I'm not gonna lie. Probably like 5-minute video, just saying like, this movie fucking rocks. Go see it. Because I I don't know. I don't want to give away any of the kills. I think that to me is one of my favorite parts. There's some really interesting reveals that I thought was cool too, which I also don't want to give away quite yet before you see the movie. Some of it I was like, oh, wow, okay, that was really professional. Very good stuff there. So. Locked, yes. Cody Leach and Winnie the Pooh are getting along now. This is why the horror community is great. Where else would you ever hear a sentence like that? Locked, me and my friends, that's so funny that you say that. Locked, you would fit right in with our friend group. Me and my friends, we have this bit where if one of us say something so fucking out there, we're like, you just created a new sentence, dog. That was the first time that sentence has ever been uttered. And we have a big laugh about it. It's great. But that's so funny. That's, oh my God, I gotta tell my friends. I gotta tell my friends. We just came up with a new sentence, dog. Love it. Love to see it. That's so funny. Great stuff. Blood and Honey 4, Piglet in space. If they don't take him to space at this point, I'll be sad. Infinite Sky, what the fuck? Listen, I no kink shaming around here. If you're into it, dog, I respect it, dog. Listen, I respect it. I respect it. Hoffman Edits is saying my top four horror movies are TCM from 1974, the original Predator, The Howling, and Saw 5, dude, fuck yeah. Oh my God, what a list. Wow, Hoffman Edits, I've never seen a twist ending quite like that before. Damn. We got some classics here. TCM, Predator, The Howling, and then Saw fucking 5. Hoffman Edits, you have some balls to put an opinion out there like that, and I respect you for it, frankly. So my opinion on this is Hoffman Edits has the biggest balls in this entire chat right now. You're fucking awesome, dog. All the love to you. Saw 5 rocks too. I don't care. I don't care what you have to. I don't care what your criticisms are of Saw 5. It's awesome, dog. What are you talking about? No, I actually really enjoy Saw 5, if I'm being real. It's fun. There's really only one Saw movie I dislike, if I'm being honest. Bubble Pirate is saying, which band would you like to hear in the next Scream? Ooh, that's a really good question. Oh, Bubble Pirate, that's such a good question because me personally, in terms of soundtracks, I think there's two movies in this franchise that just are the cream of the crop. They all have very good soundtracks, but nothing beats Scream 2 and Scream 3, dog. Like, the music in those two movies, so good. Scream 6, though, is very much so up there, too. Love the soundtrack on that one. But damn, Scream 2, Scream 3, the soundtracks on that fucking rock. I will criticize those films to death, but the soundtracks are unbeatable in terms of 90s horror. So I guess, since this one's going to feel much more like a throwback, which I just feel like is pretty undeniable at this point with everything we know about it, run it. Get some like old school, late 90s sound and stuff. Get some covers of Beatles songs, but done in the style of 90s, which is so 90s. Oh my God. You guys ever see The Craft? You know what I'm talking about. That movie starts off with one of my favorite Beatles songs done as a cover in a very 90s-esque way. I love it. Get that in Scream 7. Get that word to Kevin Williamson, whoever, in terms of soundtrack. Let's get some weird 90s tropes in this fucking movie. You really want to make it, you really want to make it feel like a throwback to the original trilogy? That's how you got to do it. Oh, get some Creed in there. Oh, you know what? Here's the band, Creed. Number 1, top of my list. Can you take me higher? Get that in there. Get that fucking song in there, dog. I don't care how you got to do it. Just make it happen. But Bubble Pirate, excellent question, my friend. Creed, baby. If there ain't no Scott in that, I don't want it. Garrett's saying Renfield was definitely a top 10 from last year. Hey, dude, hell yeah, man. Renfield was a lot of fun. I'm kind of sad that it pretty much bombed at the box office. I thought it was a good time. Nicolas Cage giving an excellent, hilarious performance. Nicholas Hoult, also very good. I think it's one of my favorite roles from Awkwafina as well, if I'm being honest. And the super underrated Ben Schwartz is like one of the villains too, which is so fucking cool. I thought it was fun, man. It was a good time. Yeah, I don't know. People didn't lose their minds over it, unfortunately, but I had a blast with it. Very good time. Hoffman Edits is asking what's my Saw ranking. Dude, I don't know if I made a video. This was on my release schedule for last October, and I just don't think I ever got to it. how would I rank them? That's so fucking tough. You know, with 10 movies, that's a I gotta sit down, you know what I mean, and really look at that. Top 3 though, for sure, is like probably Saw 6, Saw X, you know? But like 6 and X are the ones I watch the most nowadays. I love 1, you know, don't get me wrong, but the ones I rewatch the most are 6 and 10. I feel like if you're like, if you want to capture the spirit, what is Saw? You know what I mean? Like what is the vibes of this franchise? What's the best movie to put on? Saw 6, hot take. I just feel like that movie captures everything that's great about the franchise, where Saw X is kind of a reinvention of the franchise. Saw 1 didn't know what the franchise would become yet, even though it's an excellent standalone movie. Does that make sense? Is that a weird thing to say? It's so tough to say. So tough to say, but I think if you had to pick a movie that's like, what's one that encompasses everything great about this franchise? Saw 6, baby. So that would be my favorite in terms of like, what is this franchise? Watch Saw 6. But where would I go from there? Probably like 2 and 3 in fourth and fifth place, because those are so good too. 2 and 3 are phenomenal, man. Oh my God. Below that's so tough. Maybe 4 and 5 next. Maybe 7 under that, maybe Spiral under that, and then at the very bottom, Jigsaw, because Jigsaw is not for me, dog. But great stuff. I mean, great stuff altogether. And who's my favorite Jigsaw apprentice? I'm so sorry, but there's one answer, dog. Mark Hoffman. It's Mark Hoffman all the way. I mean, I think all of them there's an argument for all of them, but Mark Hoffman is fucking awesome, dude. Like, come on now. It's Hoffman. If Hoffman is not his favorite, I'm done. I swear to God, I didn't read that. I swear to God. No, Mark Hoffman's the best, dude. Listen, the reason I like Saw 7 is because of Mark Hoffman. The reason I like that film is because his character goes fucking batshit insane. Hell, the reason I like 6 and 7 is because of Mark Hoffman. Oh my God, what a good fucking character. He's the only apprentice that I think stands up to John in terms of how good of a character he is. I love Amanda. I think Amanda's incredible. She's so good. It really just comes down to the writing. You know what I mean? I mean, the writing's great. It's just the writing with Hoffman's better. You know, that's hot take, man. Amanda's a great character though, nonetheless. And she makes Saw X such a super enjoyable film. Speaking of which, Logan is saying it's an awesome movie. I remember my mom and I watched it and she loved it, but she did not like the leg scene. It made her nauseous. So I told my parents that Saw X was a Christmas movie and we watched it last December. They were not happy. They were not happy when when they finished it. But both of my, you know what's really funny? Both of my folks never really got into Saw. And even though they were the ones that showed me horror films in the first place, they never really got into Saw. And I showed them Saw X and they're like, this was so good. Like, are the rest of the movies like this? And I'm like, no, but also yes. It's hard to explain. So both my mom and my dad both loved Saw X and they're like, we have to watch the other ones. Like, I think they've only ever seen Saw and now Saw X. They've never seen the other ones. So funny, like crazy shit how that happens. Ooh, Cosmic Urgency's got a really good point. Scream 4 had the best soundtrack. I don't love the movie, but must admit the soundtrack is great. Yeah, Scream 4's got a pretty good soundtrack, dude. Okay. You got a good point. You got a really good point there, man. I thought, you know, this might be a hot take, but I think all of them have a good soundtrack except for 5. 5 is the only soundtrack I'm just not crazy about. It's fine. It's, you know, it's whatever. Nothing really stands out music-wise in 5. But 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, I think all have incredible soundtracks. Costas Mandalore is the shit. Yes, he is, dog. Yes, he is. Absolutely. The Venus Flytrap, that's your favorite? Ooh, nice. I think I'm with John Kramer here. I think The Rack might be my favorite trap. That's just the hardest to watch, in my opinion. That is so awful. If there's one Saw trap I would not want to find myself in, it is The Rack. 1 has all the bangers. 1 does have some bangers, dude. I agree. 2 and 3, I don't know why. 2 and 3 soundtrack, though, are just top of my list. 3 is number 1. I mean, 3 tops it in terms of soundtracks. Listen, they got Creed. They got Static X. I'm sure they have more. I just can't remember. But it's all like crazy new metal songs that I fuck with, dog. So, I don't know. Scream 3 always my favorite soundtrack. I don't see any movie in this franchise beating it. For me, at least, personally. But 1 definitely has some bangers in there, dude. That end credit song in 1 is so good. Reverse Bear Trap, iconic in Infinite Sky. I mean, how can I argue with that? Come on now. It's a very good point. Very good point. Kyle is waving. What's up, Kyle? How's it going, dog? Welcome in. We got 69 people here. Ha! Welcome in, Kyle. Appreciate you. Thanks for being number 69. Scream 3 has yes. Dope is fucking fantastic, dog. Let's pull this up real quick. What else is on? I know there's more. I just can't remember them. But Scream 3's soundtrack is so fucking good, dude. Oh, love it. Love it. I really hope I don't accidentally play something right now, or I'm gonna be so sad. Oh yeah, they got Wait and Bleed by Slipknot. They got Finger 11. They got System of a Spiders. Oh, I forgot. System of a Down is in there, dog. Time Bomb from Godsmack. So good. Cold Chamber. So Real from Static X. Incubus. Dope. Fuel. Power Man 5000. What else am I recognizing here? Stained. And of course, Creed. I mean, listen, that goes without saying at this point, but fuck yes, Jason. Like the best. Nothing tops it, in my opinion. I don't know. Very good stuff. 69 people and 1 from Austria. Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah. It's always going to be at least 69, I hope. Dear God, I hope. Cosmic Urgency is saying, realistically, we are not getting Mia Goth in a Scream movie, but what about Micah Monroe? I think she's doable. I don't like the way you said that, dog. No, I know what you mean. I'm fucking with you. I don't think it's unrealistic that Mia Goth would be in a Scream movie. I don't think it's like, obviously not like her cup of tea, right? But like she loves horror. And I think across the board, even the indie people really like the Scream films. So I don't know. I don't think it's like out of the realm of possibility. Micah Monroe, I think that does make a lot of sense. I could see that too. Micah is going to be in that new, is it Long Legs? Is that what it is? Yeah, with Nick Cage. Very excited to see that. She's so good in pretty much every horror movie I've ever seen her in. If it's It Follows, if it's the Watchers. What the fuck is that movie called? The Chloe Okuno movie. So good. Oh. But yeah, dog. I mean, she's fantastic. I would be so down for that. And she's doable. Dude, I'm so fucking with you. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm just being a big old goofball. Infinite Sky is saying, you'd think a man that could send a rocket into space would be able to make up a halfway decent birthday present. Nope. Talking about Elon right here. Talking a little shit about the Musk. Sorry, dog. It's late and that's flying over my head. Avery and Axel are asking least favorite horror movie. So the worst movie I have ever watched. Actually, so me and okay, I got to start this over. This is, you have just cracked open a can of worms. I hope you know that. Least favorite horror movie. Me and my friend Connor, we are connoisseurs of bad movies. We love them. We can't get enough of them, frankly. We love So Bad It's Good movies. I have watched a couple. I've watched more than a couple. My fair share of So Bad It's Good horror movies in my day. And for a long time, the reigning king was House Shark, a movie that is way too fucking long, an exact replica of Jaws, but it all takes place in a house. It is by far one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But then I stumbled across another movie that, dear Lord, is, I believe, the worst film ever made. And it is called Day of the Dead 2 Contagium. Ladies and gentlemen, this film is so bad, I wanted to cry by the time it ended. It ruined my day, ruined my week, in fact. Holy fuck. Dear God. I mean, I don't know. Makes me sad. It makes me so sad. It just makes me sad that it exists. I'm kidding. No, Day of the Dead 2 Contagium. Don't even watch it. Don't even listen to me talk about it and be like, well, is it really that bad? No, don't even put it on, dog. It's that bad. God. And Jason, Halloween Ends doesn't even compare to this. Halloween Ends is at least a story. You know what I mean? Halloween Ends is at least a movie. Day of the Dead Contagium isn't even that bad, bro. Or no, it is that bad. Halloween Ends it's not even that bad. I mean, it makes Halloween Ends look like a masterpiece, dog. So, no, I don't hate. I really don't hate. Or Sick. I don't like Sick or Halloween Ends, but they're not that bad. I mean, at least they're stories at the end of the day. Day of the Dead 2 Contagium. It's not even a movie. It's just people running around and pretending like they're zombies. that there's zombies hanging around. I like it. It hurts my brain to talk about. That's where I'm at with it. We're done with the conversation, frankly. Oh, Chris. Okay. I'm probably going to peace out after this, but Chris is asking a great question here. What's your favorite zombie movie? My favorite is tied between the original Night of the Living Dead and the original Dawn of the Dead. Dude, excellent choices. Like, no arguments there. But my favorite zombie movie is this weird little flick that sometimes doesn't get talked about whenever this conversation gets brought up. And I'm bringing it up on screen because that's how important this movie is to me. Not only my favorite zombie movie, one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, it is in the top 10 ever. And it is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Zombie from 1979 is so fucking good. It is a 10 out of 10, one of the best horror movies I've ever seen in my life. And it has, like, genuinely, like, I don't know, man, the best soundtrack I've ever seen. Some of the best practical effects I've seen in a 70s horror flick. Nothing tops it. Look how gross this dude is. Dude's got real worms in his eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. It's so good. If you have not seen this movie, fucking watch it. Put it on. It's so good. Love it. But Zombie is my favorite. Lucio Fulci fucking rocks. His other movies are super disgusting and awesome. But yes, I don't know. It's my favorite, Chris. I love it. I saw that one at a young age and I never got the theme out of my head. This is my favorite soundtrack to a horror film ever, by the way. I think every track on this is a banger. Like one after another. Whew. Sometimes when I'm editing, I just put on the soundtrack for this movie. It's so good. I just love it. Cosmic Urgency is saying you didn't like Sick. Me either. I don't get the praise that got at all. I don't know, man. It is, frankly, I get why people like Sick. It's a, Kevin Williamson inspired slasher. So I can see why a lot of, Scream people really enjoy it. But it is one of the most embarrassing period pieces I've ever seen in my life. Like, how do you get something wrong that just happened? Like, 2020 was 4 years ago, dog, and they get something so wrong it hurts. I'm like, what? How do you get that wrong? We didn't have at-home tests in April of 2020, dog. And all they had to do was set it in like December of 2020 or April of 2021. That third act hurts so bad, man. I was like, you got to be kidding me, bro. What? Crazy, man. I don't know. Crazy stuff. All right, one more and then we're done. Contagium is worse than Birdemic. Yes, I've seen Birdemic and Contagium is worse. It is. It is, bro. And don't put it on. Don't do it. Just don't do that to yourself. Don't ruin your week like that, okay? No, I'm just fucking with you. What I will say though is that even though I like to joke around and shit on movies, there are people behind all of these. And I don't really like shitting on movies anymore. I regret making my Halloween Ends review that I did back in 2022. I just shit on the movie the whole time and I was like, wow, David Gordon Green can't direct a fucking fly on the wall. That makes me so sad. So I don't know. I don't like shit talking movies anymore. I was just like, why am I so mean? Why was I such a dick back in the day? That sucks. So I try to just talk about the things I like with movies now and then just give them a rating. That's kind of my goal. I don't know. As someone who has made a movie and received bad reviews for it, I'm like, wow, that sucks. That really sucks. So I try to talk about the things I like in movies nowadays, but sometimes that's tough. Sometimes you watch a movie and you're just like, I don't know how this happened. I don't know how this became what it was. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all so much for watching the stream tonight. Really appreciate all the support from people as well. You guys are the fucking best. Love talking with all of you dudes. And I will be live again most, maybe Monday, question mark on Monday. I might be live Tuesday night. Talking a little bit about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey when it comes out. And I will have a spoiler-free review for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 tomorrow morning. So check it out. Go watch it. Give it a watch. It's going to be fun. So thanks for watching again, guys. Check out so many review videos are on the way. Holy fuck, it's crazy. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace out!